Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Cad Bane from Braca. This was his Bad Batch appearance, and Cad Bane is my favorite bounty hunter. Other than maybe Embo, who I really do love Embo. Cad Bane has got a lot more screen time, and I just really dug his kind of rough and tumble Western style from Clone Wars. I was very excited that he got put into Bad Batch. So yeah, this was an Amazon exclusive. I've had it for a little while, so this is way overdue. And then I do have the regular release to kind of compare him to. So we're going to be taking a look at that because, a lot of people are like, oh, it's another reuse or whatever. So I really wanted to go over exactly what, if anything, is reused. And I know we're going to have some, but I suspect that we're going to have a lot more original new parts and molding than people really think. So real quick, box, we got the front, we got the side little panel here on the back. It says famed bounty hunter Cad Bane has earned his reputation as someone who will take any job for the right price. The rise of the Empire and the elimination of the Jedi creates a surge of business for the unscrupulous bounty hunter. So there's this, and I believe so far the last one we really need is that Book of Boba Fett version, which was just pipelined. So we're gonna get him soon. Anyways, I'm happy to have this in my collection. Fun fact, people were getting him when they ordered the Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan from Amazon. And then the reverse happened. Amazon sent the Wandering Jedi to some of the people who ordered Obi-Wan No, they sent the Wandering Jedi to some people who were Cad Bane, and I was very worried that was going to happen to me because I sometimes just have bad luck when it comes to that stuff, but thankfully it didn't. Although, if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, maybe I do want that, there is going to be, he's back in stock. Last time I checked, he's back in stock on Amazon, so you can go get him. So we have Cad Bane right here. Let's take a look real quick. I'm going to adjust my lights. His hat provides some good shade, which I like. It's a good hat. We got some nice silver painted right on the top, and it is removable, although mine has a little bit of no, that's about right. It's not paint or anything scuffed. That's molding right on there, because apparently what's canon is the fight he had with Boba Fett. That was a deleted scene in the Clone Wars, where he got shot in the head, and this is a metal plate to kind of go with that. So we have definitely a new head mold here. We've got his little respirator guy. We have some armor on the chest. We got his arm, kind of moves out like that. It does move all the way around. It's not hindered by the little shoulder pad, although it's floating. It's on looks like a little pin, so you can kind of adjust it how you want. Look at that. We do have some butterfly joints that are pretty good right there. Same thing with on this side, although the armor kind of gets in the way a little bit there. We have these hoses, which I'm not a fan of. The original one had them too, and I know they're like that, but Hasbro, why do you have to make the hoses so tight? Like these, there's just not a lot of wiggle room, and I'm just really worried about breaking the hoses from moving them. You gotta give us some more leeway when it comes to this. Whoever's watching this, you just gotta. Same thing on this side. We got a nice deep bend. It's a little bit less than 90 degrees, and I'm saying that the right way because if this is 90 degrees right here, this is 180 degrees, so that would be more than 90 degrees. And what you want is less than 90 degrees right here. So you want this to be less than 90 degrees. So that's what we should be using. That's a protractor. That's geometry. That's how math works. Anyways, we do have a nice torso joint that's covered by the belt, so none of that mid-torso stuff. We do have a nice kick. Look at that. That's a good kick. Got a decent spread, which is not hindered by the rubber down here. We have the newer style knees, which is, normal, which means he's using at least new legs, if not his original legs. And they have a swivel at the knee as well. And then, of course, we have a hinge and a rocker at the ankle. And then also his little rocket boots kind of turn. So, and of course, we have the double jointed neck, which allows for lots of movement. The problem is you have to just kind of worry about, like, everything can get messed up. The collar can get messed up and turned way around, so you have to kind of worry about that. So we have his hat that can go on, and then the only accessories he comes with. Let's get. It's really hard to off the top of your head just come up with a fun pose, but we're just gonna stand him like that right now. That's gonna be fine. So he only comes with 2 of these blasters, and those are his weapons. So they can fit in the holster right there just fine, or both of his hands, both of his hands are molded with a trigger finger so that you can put the blasters in his hands. And the wrists are actually hinged horizontally vertically instead of horizontally. I should put that on the camera. So you have, you can do some pretty decent poses here. Like maybe if you want to kind of prop his hat up with his gun like that, you can, which is nice. And I think that's actually a pose I couldn't really do with the original. I think I was trying to do it and I couldn't because it couldn't quite get that far, but it looks like maybe the wrist movement hinges a little bit better. So that's basically what we got right there. I do love this. I love how lanky he is. I love the sort of Western bounty hunter motif. I really, really like this. But now let's compare him to his original release here that came out back in 2021. I do have the one with Toto 360. So that was the deluxe, but the only difference between the deluxe and the regular release was that Toto 360. So if you don't have Toto, you still have the same figure, and that's nice. So first things first, his hat. His hat is absolutely different. So it's smaller. The brim is more round instead of oval, which is accurate for the property he was in. So we'll take the hats off there. We do have 2 different head sculpts. I love the eyes, although these are more slits. So we have more open eyes here. Come on now. So we have like kind of open eyes here. Nice deep red color. It's there, but they're more kind of like he's squinting, so the eyes are a lot smaller. We have a lot more eyelid going on, and obviously he's got more of a snarl looking than like his open grimace there. I don't know, was that more of a frown? I guess not necessarily a snarl. So, moving down to the chest, this one does have this little pouch that the other one doesn't have. So I'm gonna take that off just so we have a little bit more. And see, this is what I'm talking about. These hoses, they do not like to stay on. And it's really kind of frustrating, but I'm glad, like, they just pop back in, it's not the end of the world. But so it looks like the chest is completely different. This is an extra piece glued on. The neck, I'm going to say the neck is the same. The painting's a little bit better on it, but it matches. So this neck matches kind of this, whereas this neck matches this. So that's accurate. Obviously, this one has kind of a duster, like a cowboy duster, and this one doesn't, which again matches. From what I remember, it matches what it looked like in the show. I only watched the series, the whole first season once. I haven't gone back and rewatched it. So I should have looked it up. I'm working all off memory right now, but I believe this is right. And I'll post on screen if I'm not. I would like this to be a little bit shinier. It's just kind of plastic and dull, but it's not bad. I just kind of wish that they put some sort of maybe like a wash on it to make it look a little bit more worn instead of shiny. Moving down, these are all complete. So we have a completely different torso. The bullet belts completely different. This molding right here, all completely different. So basically, different head, same neck, different chest, different kind of waist piece. Obviously, duster, no duster, and also that means that the arms, at least the top of the arms, are different. The bottoms of the arms are the same. The hands are the same. No, actually, they might be different, or it's hard to tell. What I'm looking at here is where the paint stops. Are these fingerless gloves molded on, or are they just kind of painted halfway? It's kind of hard to tell. No, it looks to me the hands are the same. Okay, so the hands are the same. These are gloves instead of full fingered gloves instead of fingerless gloves. So there's no kind of blue paint on there. But they have the little emitters, a little kind of, it's this flamethrower part right there. And it would have been cool if they had come out with a flamethrower accessory to go on that, to fit that, but they didn't, and that's fine. Okay, so moving down to the pants, the crotch is the same, and these little upper areas are the same, although they're painted differently. They're the same. These parts are different because he's kind of got chaps here, and you can see how they're kind of molded up, whereas here, that's a whole different piece. So far, the only same pieces we have are his lower arm, the forearms, the hands, his crotch, and his upper thighs. Everything else is new. His boots are brand new. These boots are brand new, and even the little rocket boosters, which again, it would have been cool. I've done a full review on this. So if you want more detail, more thoughts, you can go watch that review. But they really should have put some kind of, rocket attachment to like flame attachment. Same thing here. It would have been cool if there was some kind of flame attachment, but man, it's fine. I prefer these boots to these. I prefer these pants to these. I prefer the duster to this, but I prefer this head and the smaller hat to this. So if I were to combine these and make my favorite overall Cad Bane, it would be this head and this hat. It would be this chest and duster, and I like that. I don't hate this, but I think this looks better. But I like the lower part here that I do this one. So I kind of like the mix and match there. So that is Cad Bane. I like him. I think he's a great character. Let's kind of get his hat cockeyed a little bit there. He's got kind of a John Wayne kind of thing going on. Oh man. Oh, I didn't look at his respirator. Oh, that's because he is missing his respirator somehow. I'll have to go find that. I don't know where his respirator went. Probably fell off somewhere due to one of the shelf dives somewhere. So I don't know where that respirator went, but I'll go find it. Oh, that's embarrassing. Hold on. All right. So, long story short, I actually don't really know what happened to his little respirator thing. So I happen to have a backup Cad Bane from back when I was trying to be a completionist for the murals, which I have given up on. So now I opened that one up and put the other one back in, and I've got a little respirator. So you can see, yep, they're the exact same respirator. That was a lot of work to find that out. They're just painted a little differently. I like the more kind of bronzy coppery, I think this looks, or gunmetal, versus like the straight silver. I'm colorblind. I don't know if that's right or not. And then, you know, lastly, let's take a look at his guns. The guns are, they're basically the exact same gun. This is from the old one. Obviously this one is from the new one. They look the same. I don't know why his little thrusters were packaged upside down in the box. Also, these the little waistcoat things are a little crooked, but I'll fix all that. I'll get it all fixed up. I don't know what happened to his original respirator. Maybe it got lost in a move and I just never noticed that he didn't have it on. Maybe it's in a box somewhere. Maybe it's just something my cat got a long time ago and I never found, because she tends to do that. Either way, sometimes it's nice to have a backup just in case. But you know what? I think I like the original Cad Bane better, just because it is, you know, it's his Clone Wars look, which I prefer. That being said, I do like this Braca version, and I feel like, is this right side up or is this right side up? I feel like this is right side up. I feel like that's right. But I'm pretty sure that this is right. I'm pretty sure that that's how that's supposed to be, because these are more exhausty than that, even though they were packaged like this, which is weird. Anyways, Braca's fun. Obviously it was in the Bad Batch, and obviously because it's the Bad Batch version, but it's also, you know, it's the same planet that Cal Kestis is from at the beginning of the Jedi Fallen Order game, and that's it's a fun callback. You know, it's like hey, it's a new planet. It's a junking planet, and you know they call it back, which I like. I like it when there's random stuff like that. The only people that care about are stupid nerds like me. It's like a Glub Shido, but for planets. Anyways, that was a long time and a lot of words to say. Here's a new Cad Bane. He's different, but also kind of the same, but not as much as you think. He has a lot of new parts. I would say he's definitely more than 50% brand new, which I think, you know, with all the repaints and remolds Hasbro's been doing, to have a figure they could have easily skimped out on, be really minimal use. And like, why wouldn't they? Like his forearms and crotch, like that's not that big of a deal. Sure, go right ahead, Hasbro. You reuse that crotch, reuse those forearms. Why not? Anyways, that's it. You know, let me know down in the downstairs area. Did you get the Braca one? Did you have the original one? Do you like Cad Bane? Do you not like Cad Bane? I like to read and respond to comments when I can. Cad Bane was my number one want list, I think, in 2021, and I put him as number one, thinking like, oh, it's a shot in the dark. I don't think we'll get a Cad Bane, but you know, like, why not? You know, put it on there, and then surprise, here's a Cad Bane, and you know, I didn't see it rumored or anything. I had no idea, so it was a very nice surprise to get that, and I'm very happy with it, and it is one of my favorite figures. And this one is still good. It's not quite as good, but still very good. If you had to choose, I would say pick this one up if you can. But this one is the current one on shelves, so he's probably going to be a little easier to find and a little bit cheaper. So, you know, good luck with that. Let me know down in the downstairs area what you ended up doing. Do you care? All that stuff. I also love to take a moment and thank these people here on Patreon for supporting me at a Black Series level or higher. Thanks so much. It means a lot to me that you do that. It really does go a long way for, you know, not just money, but like my mental health. And that's just nice. You know, if you want to like, share, subscribe, that's cool too. Either way, thanks for watching this and thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.